Hi class, this is Neil, and welcome back after our little break last week. Today what we're looking at is Lesson 8, an intro to radians. Is really just another way that we measure angles. So what we're going to look at today is what are radians and how can we convert between degrees and radians. All right, so let's just look at the do now. This is just to review kind of the work we did last week. The angle theta equals 98 degrees in standard position intersects the unit circle below at the point N, which is just x comma y. So we don't know the x value, we don't know the y value. Determine to the nearest hundredth the coordinates of point N. All right, so we have a diagram drawn for us below. The radius I know is 1. Because the distance between that point on the edge of the circle and the center is 1 unit. So we know our radius is 1. Now theta is 98 degrees. So that's going to be somewhere in quadrant 2. Let's imagine somewhere around there. And that is the measure of angle theta, which we know is 98. Now, I don't know the value of this point, and that's what I'm going to end up having to find, x comma y. Let's draw on our reference triangle. So my reference triangle is here. This is really my x value. This is my y value. I know the radius is 1. All right, so if we think about these as sides of a right triangle, I know that my opposite side here is y. And if I want to compare the opposite side to the hypotenuse, I'm going to use sine. So to find that value of y, I'm going to write an equation. Sine of 98 equals y over 1. All right, so that equation is going to help me find what my y value is. Now, because the hypotenuse is 1, I can just simplify that equation to sine of 98 equals y. Now I'll just turn to my calculator and make sure I'm set into degrees. So all I have to do here is find sine of 98. And I get 0.99. So y equals 0.99. All right, so to find the value of x, that's my adjacent side, I'm going to use cosine. So cosine 98 equals x over 1. Again, that just simplifies to cosine of 98 equals x. Turn to my calculator. All right, so cosine 98, and I get negative 0.13, round to the nearest hundredth, negative 0.14. All right, so now I have my coordinates for x and y. It's be negative 0.14, comma 0.99. All right, so that's it for the do now.